look what we've got on the table. The Doolittle Raid. Patrick's picked it up, and we are about to play one of the short scenarios. So what's the quick background to this game, Patrick?
So this is the second in a series. The first one was Enemy Coast Ahead, the Dam Busters, which is about the classic Dam Busters raid. And so this came out instantly very popular on GMT. So I never tried any of the Enemy Coast Ahead series. Well, I never tried the first one. So I decided to pick it up because it looked really interesting. And the concept is that you're going through and planning this classic raid, the Doolittle Raid, which is the raid that occurred shortly after Pearl Harbor as a sort of a showcase of getting revenge on the Japanese for what they did at Pearl Harbor. And you're doing everything that's involved in that, right from, so the full campaign involves the planning, everything to do with the planning, the naval aspect, the flight, and the actual attack, and then everything that happens afterwards, the flight back to China or the USSR, and sort of a debriefing to describe how the raid went ahead. And looks like there's a lot of really interesting decisions to make, and what attracted me to this game is the concept of multiple different games that all have relationships between each other and affect each other in different ways. So that I find that quite interesting. Mini games inside games. So we'll be playing scenario 1, which is just the very simplest mechanic in this overall game, which is the attack, which is the few minutes of flight over the actual target area.
And this is the map here for a scenario, is it?
That's right, yeah. So this is like the Tokyo target map, and we have 3 B-26s
with Doolittle, a Hoover, and Grey.
Yep, ready to unload their. Oh, sorry, B-25. Sorry, I should say not B-26s. Ready to unload their cargo of bombs on their target areas.
So Doolittle and Hoover coming in the Tokyo East sector, and Grey's the Shiba sector, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, well anyway, that's a quick intro to the game. It's obviously a pretty extensive game. I just wanted to show you what was on the table. So we'll let you know how this little scenario goes. Okay, so we've played a couple of the quick attack scenarios. Now we've set up the what phase is this, Patrick?
Flight.
The flight phase. We haven't read the rules. We are bungling our way through it. So
just using the player aid.
Using the player aid. Crazy stuff. But so we're looking at the pretty much the planning map. Is it planning map and the naval map and the flight map leading into the attack on Tokyo, where you then switch to those attack maps. So we're just having a beer and bungling our way through the game.
Complete bungle.
Yeah, all good fun. Okay, so it's about midnight, and Patrick had to head off home, and I've been up since 4:30 a.m, so I started to flag a bit. But that's been our night's gaming. We've broken out the Doolittle Raid for the first time, and as I said a moment ago, we've muddled our way through an attack, or a couple of attack scenarios, and we're doing the flight into Japan scenario, which is really interesting. And this looks like a fascinating game, and I think once you play it in its entirety through the planning stage, the naval stage, the flight stage, the attack phase, and the flight onto China, and that, it must tell a really good narrative story. So looks pretty impressive. We'll have more on this one in the future, and pity it didn't come with a mounted board, but that's beside the side. So that's been our night's gaming, guys. Call me an eclectic gamer from one thing to another. The Doolittle Raid, and over there Eldritch Horror. And well, I'm going to hit the sack, and you guys will probably be getting up in your side of the world. Catch you later.